let's go ahead and get started. I invite you to join in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of our country. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now we're going to do a challenge, which is singing the Star-Spangled Banner first verse. All right.
Oh, dear.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets that glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof for the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? I would like to call upon Supervisor John Joya for a few remarks, if possible.
I will do that. First, thanks. I want to first thank the El Cerrito Lions for organizing this every year. It's always a great event, so thank you. And also, I always want to start a Veterans Day event by thanking those veterans who served. How many of you are veterans? And raise your hand. And thank you for your service. And while I didn't serve, my father, who was a high school teacher here in Richmond for many years, served in the Army during the Korean conflict. And I know, like many veterans, he came back to the community, you know, inspired about continued community service. And I just want to acknowledge that when we celebrated Veterans Day at the Board of Supervisors on Tuesday, we focused on the theme of 50 years from the end of the Vietnam War. And the reason we focused on that is because so many veterans came home from that war and didn't receive the respect that they deserved, right? Because a lot of the controversy and division of that war in our country, many people took that out on the veterans, right? Which was unfortunate. And that they didn't get the respect that veterans should receive. And so one thing we're always really proud of, we have a veteran service office at the county, and how important it is for veterans to access all the benefits that they deserve and are entitled to when they return. And what I'm really proud of is this county, this community, all of you are welcoming to veterans when they come home. And I think it's not just about what we do today, right? It's about employers and community respecting and acknowledging the service of veterans and helping them when they come back to their communities, whether it's job or education opportunities. To me, that's what Veterans Day is about. And I think for the young people who are here, and it's great having you participate in this, I think of this as, you know, that veterans serve to protect our democratic values, right? To protect the things we believe in this country, even with the division and different points of view. We believe in our democracy, and that veterans really, whether it's in peacetime or wartime, really serve to represent those values. So I just want to thank young people are involved here today as part of this, to the adults who helped, you know, make it possible, and to the veterans who served. So happy Veterans Day, and thank you all for service on behalf of Contra Costa County.
The mayor of El Cerrito is also here, Lisa Montiyama.
Yes.
All right.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Veterans Day. I'm so honored to be here to welcome you on behalf of the city of El Cerrito, and thank you for being here, showing up. It's a cold morning, but this is what service is about. We honor the service of our veterans, and we honor that by showing up for them even when they've passed on. And honoring and being grateful is so important to continue service. So there are lots of different ways to serve. You serve in your community as scouts, as parents, as leaders, and that's how we make our community better. Not worrying about whose side things are on, but that what needs to be done and how we make things better. So thank you to all the veterans here for your service. That's a huge sacrifice of your life and time. Thank you to the parents that make sure your kids know what service is about. And thank you to all the kids and the scouts that are here today to carry out that work, to do service for your community. Thank you for making everything better.
Thank you. Are there any other public officials or public servants who are present here who want to make any remarks? If not, we'll go ahead. This is only going to take about 2 or 3 more minutes, and then we'll be passing out the flags. So, when Francis Scott Key wrote the Star-Spangled Banner over 200 years ago, he called America the land of the free and the home of the brave. And these words are true today, and even more so today than they were then. Throughout this nation's history, America's soldiers, sailors, Marines, and members of the Air Force and Coast Guard have bravely answered the call to defend our freedom, to aid our friends and allies, and to turn back aggressors. We can never fully repay our debt of gratitude to the more than 650,000 American service members who have died in battle, or the 1.4 million who are wounded. We can, however, recognize and thank the 16 million veterans still living today, as well as all those veterans who served their country honorably and are no longer with us. Today it is our privilege to say thank you to all of America's veterans, to let them know that we appreciate them for their service and honor them for their sacrifices. The price of freedom is high. We cannot afford to forget those willing to pay it. Today we celebrate America's veterans for keeping this nation the land of the free and the home of the brave. Let us now have a moment of silence as a moment of respect for those veterans buried here and elsewhere who served their country. Thank you. We will be passing out the flags here, and you will go up and John will give you the flags and you can work it out with him and go on into the cemetery. This opening ceremony is now concluded, and so the question is, are we going to get our flags? And the answer is yes, they're up here. All right. Thank you.